So just to come back into the conversation, lack of information or role models. Historically, African American women had lower breastfeeding numbers in Milwaukee County than their white or Asian counterparts. And kudos to WIC for recognizing this. And they put together a lot of initiatives for women of color in the Milwaukee County area, and we've seen those numbers in women of color steadily increase in breastfeeding. So one of the things that WIC does exceptionally well is puts in place these role models or a peer educator. So a mom would come to the WIC clinic, maybe have questions about lactation or having some issues with lactation, and she can talk with a peer, somebody that's done it before, someone that she can relate to, and it's just been a really great initiative in Milwaukee County. And we'll learn more about that in our life cycle clinic on WIC. So lack of information, lack of role model, burden on mom. Let's be real. If mom is exclusively breastfeeding for 6 months, then she is the one that is doing all the feeding. So she's waking up in the middle of the night. She's feeding throughout the day. If she's returning to work, she's needing to pump during the day. So it is a lot of work. So we need to make sure that we have open and candid discussions with moms who are considering the pros and cons of breastfeeding. Need to return to the workforce. Um, Employers in the state of Wisconsin are required to provide a safe and clean place that is not a bathroom for moms to be able to express their breast milk. So if you are back on campus and you are looking for a place to express your breast milk at MATC, that is located across from the student union or the student activities department on floor 1. So you'll have access to a refrigerator, a quiet, locked door, and a comfortable place to sit and express your breast milk. Embarrassment and modesty may be an issue for some people. They don't feel comfortable breastfeeding in public or breastfeeding around families. And then the infant may have one of these rare medical conditions, galactosemia or PKU, which they would not be able to tolerate then the breast milk. But those are very rare inborn errors of metabolism that you will learn about in MNT 2. Other deterrents to breastfeeding, the marketing of infant formula. I know when I was in the hospital with my babies, I was sent home with cans, free cans of infant formula. Um, so, there is that accessibility piece, I guess. And then really the number one deterrent is the medical community's failure to encourage it. So if mom says, I'm really on the fence about, if I should breastfeed or not, as a medical professional, knowing the research, we should say, listen, there's a lot of pros for both you and baby. I'd encourage you to consider it at least while in the hospital. And, then maybe we could get that buy-in from mom. Other deterrents is the preparation, the initiation, appropriate techniques and practices. And then, if mom's experiencing some of these problems like sore nipples, bleeding nipples, engorgement, um, mastitis, it can be a hard sell. So they really need to work with either a peer counselor or a lactation consultant or a nutrition professional that's well versed in this to help them get over those issues. Now, I want you all, if you have not had a baby, if you have not been close to someone that has a baby that has breastfed, I want you to go into our class and I want you to look at these videos here, these Gerber breastfeeding videos and pumping and storing milk. Um, in the past, I've had students tell me, that they really didn't understand what breastfeeding was or pumping was. And these two videos just do a lovely job of showing, the baby latching onto the breast. And then in the second one, showing how mom is going to pump and store breast milk. And I'm going to stop this.